Please like and subscribe for more videos. Tennessee Code Annotated Section 3913-109. Criminal exposure to HIV, HBV, HCV. Defenses, penalty. Subsection A. A person commits the offense of criminal exposure of another to human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, to hepatitis B virus, HBV, or to hepatitis C virus, HCV, when knowing that the person is infected with HIV, with HBV, or with HCV, the person knowingly 1. Engages in intimate contact with another. 2. Transfers, donates, or provides blood, tissue, semen, organs, or other potentially infectious bodily fluids or parts for transfusion, transplantation, insemination, or other administration to another in any manner that presents a significant risk of HIV, HBV, or HCV transmission. Or 3. Dispenses, delivers, exchanges, sells, or in any other way transfers to another any non-sterile intravenous or intramuscular drug paraphernalia. Subsection B. As used in this section, 1. HIV means the human immunodeficiency virus or any other identified causative agent of acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. 2. Intimate contact with another means the exposure of the body of one person to a bodily fluid of another person in any manner that presents a significant risk of HIV, HBV, or HCV transmission. And 3. Intravenous or intramuscular drug paraphernalia means any equipment, product, or material of any kind that is peculiar to and marketed for use in injecting a substance into the human body. Subsection C. 1. It is an affirmative defense to prosecution under this section which must be proven by a preponderance of the evidence that the person exposed to HIV knew that the infected person was infected with HIV, knew that the action could result in infection with HIV, and gave consent to the action with that knowledge. 2. It is an affirmative defense to prosecution under this section, which must be proven by a preponderance of the evidence that the person exposed to HBV knew that the infected person was infected with HBV, knew that the action could result in infection with HBV, and gave advance consent to the action with that knowledge. 3. It is an affirmative defense to prosecution under this section, which must be proven by a preponderance of the evidence that the person exposed to HCV knew that the infected person was infected with HCV, knew that the action could result in infection with HCV, and gave advance consent to the action with that knowledge. Subsection D. 1. Nothing in this section shall be construed to require the actual transmission of HIV in order for a person to have committed the offense of criminal exposure of another to HIV. 2. Nothing in this section shall be construed to require the actual transmission of HBV in order for a person to have committed the offense of criminal exposure to HBV. 3. Nothing in this section shall be construed to require the actual transmission of HCV in order for a person to have committed the offense of criminal exposure to HCV. Subsection E. 1. Criminal exposure of another to HIV is a Class C felony. 2. Criminal exposure of another to HBV or HCV is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by a fine of not more than $1,000, restitution to the victim or victims, or both a fine and restitution. The clerk shall transmit all money collected from a fine imposed for a violation of this section to the Criminal Injuries Compensation Fund created pursuant to Section 4024-107. In addition, a victim of criminal exposure HBV or HCV may maintain an action for the expenses and the actual loss of service resulting from such exposure. Thank you for watching. I hope this reading was clear and helped you understand the statute. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more. Remember, this is an educational reading and not legal advice. Always consult a qualified attorney for specific legal concerns. Have questions or suggestions for future topics? Drop them in the comments below. Stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.